Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you are not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Wednesday, July 12th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 8 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. So, when it comes to the spirit animal, we are working with the vulture energy, and the vulture energy for me ties into, okay, before I say what it ties into, so because it's a bird, it's tying into the air element. When I think about air element, I think about the mind, I think about communication. It's like what goes in, what comes out. And when I look at this energy, when I think about the energy on a whole and think about the energies in the day, it brings me to say, ooh, another thing. Today is Wednesday, and Wednesday is ruled by Mercurian energy. And where is Mercury? Mercury is in Leo. And when I think about Leo, it goes back to what I wanted to say about the vulture. So when I think of Leo energy, the lion, I think of how lion are pack animals, how they're all a part of a pride. When I think of the vulture, I think about how I always see these birds flocking together also. So when it comes to, say, the vulture coming up as your spirit animal, I'm thinking about the importance of us learning to be more united, learning to see how and what we have to contribute to others in order to also see how others can benefit us. I remember when it clicked to me that the Creator blesses us through others. And when it clicked to me that the Creator blessed us through others, I realized how I put myself as a disservice and not even realize it because I tend to isolate myself. I tend to keep myself to myself and be a bit of a loner. And it's like, I love my own company. I enjoy it, yes. But at the same time, too, it's like, sometimes we could get so used to spending so much time alone towards like we get out of touch when it comes to spending time with others. And it's important for us to make ourselves open and available to not everyone, but to others, because again, the universe, the Creator blesses us through others. So when I think of the vulture energy and I think about how Mercury is the ruler of the day and Mercury is in Leo, I think about how some of us are in situations where we're reinventing a wheel when we don't have to. I think about how some of us I think about how all of us are surrounded by resources and people who would gladly help us if they knew we needed the help, but we're so proud and we never allow anybody, some of us, we're so proud and we never allow anyone to know that we need help. Because if we allow people to know that we need help, then it'll mean something about us that, for whatever reason might cause people to look down on us in a certain way, or that might be something that we fear would happen. So we don't let it be known that we need help, where if someone was to hear, then there would be so much resources and opportunity that there'll be so much to turn down for us because people would be so glad to help. So with the vulture energy and Mercury in Leo, I'm thinking about the importance of the pride. I'm thinking about the importance of resources and being completely shut off from these resources, because again, a person is so guarded and not transparent and not honest about what it is that they really need. I think about how Mercury is the ruler of the day and Mercury is opposed by Pluto. And Pluto is an energy that deals with being in control. Pluto energy, like Scorpio energy, we want to have power over anything that has anything to do with us. And having power could mean closing other people out and not allowing them to know anything about us. So for that, some of us have to work harder, struggle even more, because we don't want to ask for help or let it be known that we can use some help. And at the same time, those same, some of us are so willing and quick to help others, but don't want others to help. And this is where we have to ask ourselves, is our help to others genuine if there's no reciprocity? If we're not open to the help that we're giving out, is it genuine? Is a question to ask. It's something to really reflect on. So I look at how Mercury opposes Pluto. The mind is in a place where it is opposing, like giving up control. The mind is in a place where it's like, I think about how, say with Leo energy, or I think about myself in the sense that I remember before moving to Cali, how I had a salon and I had it for like 5 years. And for the whole time, I did just about everything on my own. And when I moved to Cali, I realized every salon owner I crossed paths with after, were husband and wife, or even some kind of a partnership situation. And I reflect on how the old me didn't like partnerships because I felt like I wanted to do everything on my own. And it's like you have to rely on and trust others. But when I think of Mercury and Leo opposing Pluto and Capricorn, I think about how I also wanted to be able to get all the credit for my hard work by myself. So it's like at the same time, some of us don't want to give up, some of what we're dealing with because it's like, I want to be able to say I did this by myself. And it's like, yeah, to be able to, not wanting to be able to say I did it all by myself, yeah, that's cool. But no, it's even better to say like, we did this together. We made this happen. And when things get hard, when things get heavy, when things get overwhelming, I don't have to carry all of it on my own. I get to share the load with someone else, which is an opportunity to bond. But even say, forget that, it's an opportunity to be able to do other things and not feel suffocated because I'm carrying everything all by myself on my back. So when it comes to say the energies in today, like ask yourself, like when it comes to what you're struggling with and what you're going through, like did you properly ask for help? Did you ask for help? Did you put yourself out there to network, collaborate, and connect with other people that could possibly help you? And at the same time too, are you aware of what you have to offer in return to get whatever it is that you need? Because we all have something that other people could use that could benefit others. The issue with some of us is that we've been conditioned to feel like things of value should only look a certain way. So some people overlook the fact that they are amazing listeners, and other people would love to be able to, to be around someone where you could feel them listening. You've been heard. So after you express yourself, you feel satiated because you are genuinely heard. Because when you're speaking to, like, I've come to find out, like, being able to read people's energy and things like that. If I'm speaking to someone who don't want to hear me, I could find myself wanting to hurry up and speak fast because I'm speaking to someone who don't want to hear me to begin with. So it's like I want to speak fast because it's almost like I don't have anything important to say. And that's because that person also wants to speak. So they want me to hurry up so I can speak. So it's like when we're speaking to people sometimes, like, you'll be surprised how you can pick up on different things about people and don't even realize you're picking up. Whereas, like, say the person who wants me to hurry up and speak so they could speak, they might come off like they're genuinely hearing me, but energetically, as I'm speaking to them, I could feel like I'm not being heard. I could feel like I need to hurry up. I could feel like I might be wasting their time as I try to express whatever I'm expressing to them. So it's like you might have a skill where you're an empathic listener. You know how to genuinely listen to people, how to make them feel heard. And that might be a blessing and you don't even realize it. Because when I think about me being in the salon, and I've shared stories with you guys about how one of my clients have blessed me big time and others have blessed me in other ways. And I don't tell all those stories, but I told the one story about the salon situation because it fits in with other things. And I feel like at the time I didn't understand like why my clients would make such a big deal over me. And what it was is when they would sit in the chair and they would speak, I would genuinely be curious about their situation. So I would genuinely listen. And sometimes I would offer my opinion or solution, but I was so involved or invested in their stories and their situations, because as they're telling it, it feels like it's me. Like I feel like I'm so invested. So it's like they could feel that as they're venting to me. It's like they feel satiated when they're venting because I'm genuinely listening. I'm genuinely curious about them. And also too, what worked in my favor with that was at that time I was too insecure to speak about me. So I was always open to hear about everybody else. So I was genuinely there and invested, and they could feel that. And from that, it made them they wanted to do whatever they could do for me to help me if I ever needed help, or would just be blessings in my life. Like I've came across so many amazing people, and now that I'm looking back, I feel like that might be it. So I share all that to say everybody has something to offer. Everybody has a recession proof skill or ability about them, gift about them, skill that could be developed about them. But of course, we've been conditioned to think that things should look a certain way. So we overlook certain things about ourselves and think we have nothing to offer, when that's absolutely far from the truth. And with the vulture energy, it brings me to the importance of community, the importance of groups, and how everything, the resources you need is all around you. It's within your group, it's within your tribe, it's within your community. So, some work might be necessary where one might need to work on themselves when it comes to being in the presence of others. Because over the years, a person may have convinced themselves that people are awful. When over time for me, I realized it wasn't that people were awful, is that I had expectations and I was looking for strangers to validate me or to meet my expectations or to be how I think things are supposed to be. And every time I was disappointed, I felt betrayed, when I was only betraying myself with my expectations. And when it comes to, say, the card, we have the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords talks about having to make a practical and logical decision. It's like what you see and what you feel is not necessary here, but it's like what makes sense. And I think about the vulture energy, and again, the resources you need, they're around you. Today is the 12th. The number 1 is the I am. The number 2 is nurturing. 1 + 2 is 3. Brings creative, expressive vibes about the day, but I think of like resourceful energy or solution-oriented energy, where a person could find themselves restless, coming up with all kind of ideas and solutions to things, as one is experiencing tunnel vision, because the day adds up and reduces to number 8 vibration. So with that tunnel vision, we can be so locked in when it comes to whatever it is that we're focusing or thinking about, towards almost like there's this looping of thoughts as we're like so locked in trying to find a solution. I think of Mercury and Leo and how our pride could get in the way of recognizing that, others want to help us, others want to support us. The resources and everything that we need is all around us. I think of how the energies in the day adds up and reduces to number 8 vibration. Some of us might come to the realization, I want to go back to school today, or I want to purchase a course, or looking at their financial situation, or, needing to make some kind of an investment. But when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing today, something to keep in mind is, have I been honest and transparent enough when it comes to those around me? Or, have I let it be known that this is what I need? You know what I mean? Because whatever it is that you need, someone within your community has it and is more than ready and willing to give it to you, is what I'm getting from the energies in today. Utilize your community, utilize your resources. Or if you have a hard time asking for help, maybe today is a day where you might realize you need to start, looking into certain books or getting certain help when it comes to, say, working on certain beliefs and things within you, where you lock yourself off from others and don't allow the Creator to bless you the way how life would like to bless you, because again, the Creator blesses us through others. You guys, such a pleasure sharing this message with you as usual. If you'd like to book a reading with me or check out my exclusive weekly content only on Patreon, the links for that is in the description box below. Please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a pink heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.